Hello and a warm welcome to Joy Newsroom on the Joy News channel. We're live on GoTV channel 125 and DSTV 421 and around the world on myjoyonline.com. Also catch us live on our digital TV set. It's your home of independence, fearless and credible journalism. My name is Esther A.C. Nkrumah. Coming up this hour, tensions remain high in Nalerigu in the northeast region following a botched attempt to burn down the house of the Kusasi Chiefs. We're live on the ground for details. President Mahama directs contractors working on the Takrady-Aguna Junction Road to complete work on schedule as it orders release of $78.3 million debt to contractor.
All the contractors who were working before we came on projects that were awarded by the previous government, I've asked all of them to continue, and we're paying them so that they will continue those works.
Joy News parliamentary correspondent Kusasi awarded Best Radio and TV Journalist in Parliamentary News Reporting in English. We have details from the 2025 Parliament Award Soiree and Recognition Night. In other news, 9 people dead and 10 others injured in latest South Africa shooting. Details of this and more in this hour. Stay tuned. Many thanks for your time. Tensions remain high in Nalerigu after an attempt to burn down the house of the Kusasi Chief was botched. Security has since been beefed up in Nalerigu. Regional correspondent Ilyasu Tanko joins us live with some updates. Hello, Ilyasu. Tell us more about the attempt to burn down the house of the Kusasi Chief. Hello, Ilyasu.
Well, this is a report that is coming in. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So this is a report that is coming in from the police. They are reporting that yesterday in the night, they thwarted an attempt to burn the residence of the Kusasi, or the chief of the Kusasi community in Nalerigu. And this is part of a series of arson attacks that have been launched since Thursday morning by unidentified armed men in the northeast regional capital. According to the police, the armed men raided the residence of this chief and attempted to set it ablaze, but residents around shouted and raised alarm for help, leading to these armed men fleeing. But unfortunately, a pavilion was, however, touched before the residents could raise alarm, and they got.
Okay, how is the current security situation like? We lost connection with Ilyasu Tanko there. Okay, we have Ilyasu back. Hello, right. Ilyasu. What's the current security situation like?
Well, the security situation is very tense. There's a whole lot of apprehension among the residents. I can see heavy patrols by security forces with combat vehicles across the township, and like I said, there's a heightened or increased security presence in the town.
Where's the Kusasi Chief now?
Well, we do not know his whereabouts, but from our checks, it appears that he's in a safe location. The security is in charge of all, in control of that particular situation. I spoke with a public relations officer for the Ghana Police in the Northeast region, and he confirmed that the attack was thwarted, and I believe that the chief is in safe location.
Thank you very much, Ilyasu. Moving on, President John Dramani Mahama has directed the contractor working on the Aguna Nkwanta Road project to complete the construction work ahead of schedule. The president gave the directive during a working visit to the construction site on Saturday, where he reviewed that he has directed Finance Minister Dr. Kasiel Atuforsen to pay over $70 million owed the Just Small Construction Company since 2024. The project is part of the Trans-West Africa Highway, which passes through the Takoradi enclave. Here's the president in an interaction with the contractor on site.
And so once you complete it, it will open up the corridor so that it can be an advantage to Ghana. We met this road, and as I promised, we said we'll continue all projects that we inherited from the previous government. Like the road minister said, all the contractors who were working before we came on projects that were awarded by the previous government, I've asked all of them to continue, and we're paying them so that they will continue those works. But we packaged new contracts under the big push. And what we did was we took some of the projects that were awarded by the previous government and put them on the big push so that their financing would be fast-tracked and they'll be able to complete them properly, because some are strategic projects, including this one. And so this one is on the big push now. And so your payments will come fast and you'll be able to complete it. All other projects awarded under big push are moving. The contractors are on site, they are moving, and we have a window of 24 months. And some of them have assured us that they'll finish earlier. And so, like I said, Ghanaians should bear with the contractors. You know, Ghana is becoming a construction site, but after 24 months, we will all see the benefit of it. The minister raised the issue of other projects. There are many projects like the Takoradi interchange. There's the other one, Nungwa interchange. Those were all Sino Hydro projects. The Takoradi market, the market cycle market is also one of them. The KJTR market is one of them. And so all those projects that were halted because of the debt exchange. The contractors have remained on site and they have continued to do some work and keep the site going. And so there's some money owed to them over and above the loan that was made for the project. And so the finance minister needed to go to Parliament to get the authorization of Parliament to be able to pay those monies that are over and above how much the loan that was acquired for the projects were. Yesterday, like the minister said, Parliament approved it. And so after January, the minister will be able to pay them the extra money that they incurred and then ask all of them to go back to site and continue. So KJTR Market, Efian Kwanta Hospital, Regional Hospital in Hanta, and KJTR Market Circle, Takoradi Interchange, Nungwa Interchange, all of them, work would start on them again. And I'm sure that they'll be able to finish them so that we can take advantage of the economic benefits that those projects will bring. And so, just more, thank you very much. Good job.
Minister for Roads and Highways, Kwame Abuja, and the Western Regional Minister, Joseph Nelson, were also present at the inspection of the project.
But I know you directed myself and the Finance Minister to work on that. I want to report to you that yesterday, the Minister tabled the debt restructuring agreement that will open the door for all works contracts that have stalled, including Sino Hydro and all the hospital projects, and has been approved. What we are expecting is that the first quarter of next year, many of these contractors will be back on site. So, Regional Minister, the stalled the interchange in the middle of Takoradi would see some work going on. Your Excellency, I want to let Ghanaians know that there's no doubt that you are a leader of a difference. In 2017, the government that took over from you actually had a policy to stop all road projects, claiming they were doing investigation. Some of them has since not even restarted. Unlike you actually directed that not a single project should be stopped. And so far, you have directed the finance minister to pay about 6 billion Ghana cedi towards road projects you inherited already. None of those projects were projects you have started. So that shows a commitment towards completing road project that you have inherited. That is even different from Big Push. So you are not only embarking on the biggest ever road program in the history of our country, you are also making sure that what you inherited is ongoing. So, Your Excellency, we are very excited that you are here. Indeed, this contractor is working very well. It's one of our biggest homegrown contractors, and I know your passion to make sure that the homegrown contractors grow and do the works that we'll do in our country. So we are very happy you are here. The contractor is doing very well. There are few issues of compensation along the way, but as the regional minister has already said, once he receives some payment, he can pay the compensation, and within the shortest period of time, the whole stretch will be completed for the use of the Western region and the entire country. So we are very happy to see you here once again, Your Excellency.
And very much on the heart of the people of the region is a flyover, a PTC flyover, the Sino Hydro project, which are stalled. I know that work is being done on it, but I believe that in your comment, that's going to feature. That will serve as a refreshing news for the people of the region as well. And of course, the Takrade Market Circle Hospital. I'm adding all of this because it's a real opportunity we have, so the market as well, even though the contractor is work is very slow, I believe that all that it needs, because from my engagement with them, their challenge is about some monies that has to go to them. And once they have it, I believe that they can speed up work. So
moving on, Joy News parliamentary and legal affairs correspondent Kusasi has been honored as the best radio and TV journalist in parliamentary reporting English at this year's Parliament Media Soiree and Recognition Night. Held last night, the award is in recognition of Kusasi's outstanding contribution to parliamentary journalism marked by consistent, accurate and impactful reporting. The citation commended Kweku for exceptional prowess in radio and TV journalism, delivering compelling stories with clarity, courage and credibility that resonate across Ghana and amplify the voice of the nation through parliamentary reporting. It joins us live via Zoom to share its excitement with us. Hello, Kweku, congratulations for your award. Tell us how fulfilling the feat is to you and to the work you do in Parliament.
Well, thank you very much, Esther. As you know, every day, every morning, deep into the night, we go out there to try and present to our audience, the Ghanaian people who rely on us to get an understanding of what exactly is going on in Parliament. And so this is not one that just gets us to rest on our oars. It just inspires us to continue doing more, to continue breaking down the very complex matters for the understanding of the many Ghanaians who rely on us for this. And I should say that this is an award that I share with my colleague Isaac Kwabnakese and James Abeji, who always step in for me whenever I am not available to go to Parliament. And in particular, Isaac Kwabnakese giving us all the compelling shots that is able to allow me to give you the commentary and understanding of what exactly is going on the floor, especially for those who follow on TV. So this is one that we share with our colleagues in the newsroom, our editors, our friends, all who play a certain part in getting us to get you the compelling content every day that you get to understand what is going on in Parliament. So it's a message to us that the work we do is recognized, that we are seen, but really we don't do this because we want to be recognized. It's because this is what we have signed up for. And here at Joy News, we continue as always to deliver on quality and important news timely for all our audiences, Esther.
I'm sure your colleagues have been engaging you since this recognition. What do they make of the award?
Well, it's celebratory. People reach out, they congratulate you. And again, they go back to the point that I made, that people see the things we do. Obviously, we don't do this because we want to be recognized. We do this because this is what we signed up for. We really want to serve our audience and impart them with a kind of information that will allow them to make the everyday decision. And Parliament is such a fulcrum of our democratic experiment. And so such an important part, and being there, being able to report on all the things that are happening. So colleagues who've reached out, they've all sent their congratulation messages. They've all asked us to continue doing our best, to continue delivering on the quality that we continue to deliver here at Joy News, Esther.
How will this award impact your work in Parliament?
Well, for me, it's a message that when you do your best and you continuously shine in the field that you are, it's one that your people will recognize. And so it is just a testament to the work we've done over the last 1 year. But also for me, the most important message of this award is that you have to continue delivering. You cannot drop the standard. You have to deliver a standard at a certain level because people expect, people reach out, they want to see a certain quality in the work we do. So it's a message to say that, listen, you have done well, but it's a message that the next year, we expect you to deliver even better than what you did in the last 1 year.
Got any words for your team and crew on this day?
Well, big thank you to all of them. In particular, I say again, Isaac Kwabnakese, it gives us all the compelling shots that you get from Parliament. That is what sets the context for whatever it is that I see on the back of that. To James Abeji as well. And you understand, every now and then you and I are fighting over production, whatever you have to produce prime or midday or anything of that sort. All the colleagues in the newsroom, we share in this award. This is for all of us. It's a testament to the things that we do in the joint newsroom. I couldn't have done this alone, but I do the things that I do in Parliament. It's a team of strong people, men and women, who get this to get to the level that it gets to.
Thank you very much, Kweku Asante. And from all of us, we say congratulations to you, Kweku Asante, once again for being recognized as the best radio and TV journalist in parliamentary reporting. Well done, Kweku. And away from that, the Ashanti Regional Director of the National Service Scheme, Emmanuel Regan-Fane, has called on the government to take a strong interest in programs that expand opportunities for national service personnel to reduce the rate of unemployment. He stressed that government involvement is key to turning such initiative into a long-term solution for youth unemployment. More in the following report.
Speaking at a workshop on promoting Erasmus Plus opportunities and combating gender-based violence among national service personnel in Kumasi, Mr. Regan-Fane explained that the program must go beyond awareness and lead to real outcomes for young people. He highlighted the employment difficulties many graduates face after completing school and national service, noting that structured access to opportunities can make a difference.
When we were doing our service, we didn't get such opportunities. And for them to get it today, it's nice and they need to be commended. And it shouldn't end here after the workshop. We should go further to make sure that the intent for which this program was organized has been realized. A lot of our students, when they complete, one of the challenging issues has to do with employment. And with this workshop and with this access in place, is going to help to eradicate some unemployment situations we have as a country. So it's a good initiative, and I urge government to also take it up and take interest in such access so that it will also help, aside getting employment, it also broaden the horizon of these young people.
He added that the NSS in the Ashanti region is considering ways to extend the workshop to open up job opportunities for service personnel. A senior research scientist at the CSIR Crops Research Institute and project coordinator of the African Students and Alumni Forum, Dr. Hilary Mrekubote, explained that the workshop was designed to close the information gap that limits access to international opportunities. He said that many national service personnel are not aware of the scholarships and career development programs available in Europe, and this lack of exposure contributes to unemployment and underemployment among the youth.
He realized people are not exposed to the various opportunities that exist. So there are a lot of opportunities in European countries for scholarship and also also to improve your career. So we thought it wise, why don't we make these easy, accessible information to the broader people, specifically national service people, those who have just completed and those who have just started their national service. This opportunity is going to broaden their horizon and expand their knowledge in these various opportunities that are available. We also want to equip their capacity and knowledge how they can identify and resist any such form of sexual harassment or gender-based violence that occur while they are working. I know the government wants to build quality education, and it is important that this quality is not only in country. You know, for the government, I will encourage that maybe they liaise more in bilateral discussion with some of these European programs that are in the country and channel them at the universities level and also at the national service level to help students.
Reporting for Joy News, Josephine Sego, Kumasi.
Still on education, scores of tertiary students and graduates from the Newmont's 10 host communities converged at the Inchochosu in the Esutifi North District for the Newmont Afro Development Scholarship Beneficiaries Homecoming Summit. The summit aims to share success stories, mentor young students, and strengthen networking among beneficiaries. Afro Regional Correspondent Emmanuel Idijenfi reports.
Students and graduates are beneficiaries of the Newmont Afro Development Foundation Scholarship return home with stories of hope and achievement at the Homecoming Summit in Itotroso. Since its inception 16 years ago, the NADEP scholarship scheme has supported more than 14,000 young men and women from 10 mining communities to pursue tertiary education across Ghana. Chairman of the Board of Trustees of NADEP, Professor Yao Ofosukusi, highlights the impact of scholarship scheme on education, livelihood, and human capital development in the host communities.
We have given scholarships to over 14,000 people in various fields: engineering, medicine, pharmacy, teaching, nursing, and so on. And these are people who are making important contributions to their families, to themselves, to their communities, and to the nation as a whole. But they live in different parts of the country. Their stories may be success stories that we think can inspire some of the people in secondary schools, even at lower levels like the JSS.
He explains that the Homecoming Summit is aimed at encouraging mentorship, networking, and knowledge sharing between graduates, current beneficiaries, and aspiring young students.
So bringing them here will let them meet each other. They will use that opportunity to reorient themselves with people they might have started school early on in their lives with. They can exchange telephone numbers, email addresses, and other social media addresses that they may have. So when they go back, they will link up with each other. They will share ideas. They can maybe even use that to progress in the various careers they have chosen for themselves.
Senior lecturer at Sunyani Technical University, Dr. Valda Osupepra, stresses that networking has become a key driver of success for individuals and organizations in today's competitive world.
Beneficiaries that we met today have so many skills. We have educators, we have agriculturists, we have doctors, we have engineers. These are the networks we are talking about. We are asking them to come together, bring their ideas, bring their experience, and bring their benefits to those who are coming back. So all we are asking is that they should put all their resources together and come and help those or the younger ones who are coming up.
For beneficiaries like Dr. Fatimatu Abdullahi from Kenya's number 2, a doctor of laboratory science, and Justice Opoku from Jedu, a medical stenography student at KNUST, the NADEP scholarship has transformed their lives from hopelessness to achievement.
This support helped me financially. It helped ease my financial burden. It gave me a peace and sound mind, which helped me excel academically.
I would like to thank the initiators of this novel policy for helping us alleviate the financial challenges that comes with tertiary education in our country, and particularly in our jurisdiction.
The foundation believes the summit will inspire a new generation of students
You're watching Joy Newsroom. We'll be back with more after this break. Welcome back. Now, 2025 has witnessed several high-profile and devastating market fires, prompting renewed calls for sustainable measures to prevent future occurrences. Speaking during a city-wide sanitation and fumigation exercise in Cape Coast, the president of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Clement Boateng, advised traders to desist from poor, unprofessional and illegal electrical connections in the market, as well as other harmful practices that could trigger fire outbreaks.
The Central Regional Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, partnered with the Cape Coast Metropolitan Assembly for a city-wide sanitation initiative and fumigation exercise in efforts to promote environmental sustainability and civic responsibility. The Central Regional Chairman of GUTA, Paul Kofi McCarthy, outlined the areas for the exercise and added some advice to traders against price hikes during the festive season.
We are, fumigating all the markets, all the three markets in the metropolis. That is Kotokraba Market, Anafo Market, and Abra Market. At this time, you know, because of the dollars, we've gotten a reduce in the dollars. And as part of it, we've also sensitized our traders that they should just reduce their prices as it is. But then there are so many factors that influence the pricing. So those ones, you could see that if the government is also doing its part, everybody will also at least apply to it, because we don't have the price mechanism now. The government can't control the price. So there are certain factors that the government has to do to at least alleviate those things.
National President of GUTA, Clement Boateng, in view of this year's market fires, warned against poor electrical works, among other practices that can lead to fire outbreaks in markets.
The advice that we will give to our various members is to also try as much as possible to make the place clean and also refrain from putting up fires to do cooking, and also, you know, some of them also do make some electrical connections which are not good, and on occasions you see that some markets will be put into flames. So the advice that we will be giving them is to make sure that they refrain from such activities, and also put the place always in a clean condition, not that they will wait for us to come and then do the fumigation. As for the fumigation, once in a while we will come and do, but they themselves must also make sure that wherever they are doing their trade, the place should always be kept under very hygienic condition.
The Metropolitan Chief Executive of Cape Coast, George Justice Arthur, stressed that punitive measures will be taken against people who do not participate in cleanup exercises, announcing plans for a Metropolitan Sanitation Court in 2026.
Enforcement of law is very necessary going forward. Now, Metropolitan Assembly, I want to, announce it today through this medium, that Cape Coast Metropolitan Assembly is actually going to establish sanitation court in 2026 to punish people who would, find it reluctant to participate in the cleanup exercise. So the sanitation court will be established. We will have lawyers and judges who will be around, so that when one is found culpable, that person will be prosecuted. We are not going to allow anybody to, go scot-free.
From Cape Coast, Abigail Lissel Nkoma reports for Joy News.
Government has reaffirmed its commitment to achieving the 30% renewable energy target by 2030 through the launch of 76 action points focused on mitigation and adaptation. The Minister of State for Climate Change and Sustainability disclosed this at the German Embassy Joy News Climate Talks debriefing event in Accra. Joy News' Mamavi Sefakote has more in this report.
This year, the German embassy organized 7 dialogues in collaboration with Joy News to address Ghana's climate challenge. Subsequent to these, a debriefing event has been organized in Accra to address the outcomes of the dialogues. This is in alignment with Germany's commitment to proactive climate policy, emphasizing in local engagement, knowledge sharing, and collaboration to address climate challenges and promote sustainable development. Speaking at the event, the Minister of State for Climate Change and Sustainability, Isifu Seidu, outlined government's bold interventions to ensure a sustainable climate change program by 2035.
The NDC prioritizes 3 non-negotiable areas: the climate adaptation, mitigation, and ensuring a just transition to renewable energy. It sets ambitious goals, including achieving 30% renewable energy by 2030. This process will culminate into the updated nationally determined contribution 3.0, featuring 76 action points, 60 focus on mitigation and 16 on adaptations. And you will see this when we finally launch that.
The Deputy Ambassador of the German Embassy, Savine Johnson, highlighted the benefit of adopting alternative clean cooking methods along Ghana's coastal belts.
I think it is often underestimated that cooking the traditional way and using firewood and charcoal has not only very tough effects on the climate, so it pollutes the air quite significantly, but also devastating health effects and even can be a cause of death. And to look into alternative solutions for cooking that are much cleaner would be very beneficial for the communities and also for the environment.
Government says implementation of the action point will be key to achieving the renewable energy targets within the proposed timelines. Mamavi Sefakwate's report. Read to you.
Ghanaians are being cautioned against the practice of self-medication as health experts warn that it poses serious risk to individuals' well-being and broader public health. Sharing the advice during a health screening organized by Rio Moa and Arson Care Foundation, and an optometrist with Healthy High Eyes Care and Optical Center, Dr. Francis Rodu, explained that the inadequate access to a wide range of medicines in pharmacies within some remote communities often results in single drug being prescribed to multiple ailments.
The mission of Arson Care Foundation is to put smiles on people's faces, which they did for the community of Yomoa in the Cape Coast metropolis through the Smile Christmas Outreach to the Needy initiative. The theme for the health screening and donation was sharing love, spreading smiles. Elisha Donko is the founder of Arson Care Foundation.
We are looking forward that after this program, you will get both local and international partnerships so that we will extend to larger communities. In fact, our missions and visions, we want to enter into the deprived communities, drill borehole, because we are a construction company, drill borehole for them. When you go to some of the schools around this central region, the small community, you see that they have a deplorable structures. Some places they don't have chairs to sit on, places they don't have chalkboard. So we are planning that all that communities, we are going to enter there and change the narrative of village is village. So we want to restore hope at every place, not only in the central region, across Ghana.
Dr. Francis Redu, an optometrist with Healthy Eyes Eye Care and Optical Center in Cape Coast, shared an advice against self-medication.
I also advise the community members not to do self-medication. The challenge is that usually when you come to the various small communities, when you go to the pharmacies, it is 1 or 2 eye drops that they have, most often gentamicin, chloramphenicol, and if you go there with complaints of eye pains, they will give you the same drug. If you go with redness, they will give you the same thing. It's because that is what they have, and they are not professionals to be dispensing some of these drugs. So what our advice is, if you have any issues with your eye, the best is to visit an eye care center so that a specialist who has been trained for that purpose will examine and give you the right medication. Don't wait and use these over-the-counter medication till it becomes too late before you visit us, the professionals.
The Tufuhima of Abranyomwa, Naneku Apitua II, expressed happiness at the exercise, noting the importance of medical checkups.
This is God sent at a time like this. Many of our people do not realize the implications that could happen to them if they don't check their bodies at a very early stage. So having their eyes tested, their sugar levels, their BP, whether it's low or high, all these things are very essential for us. Many cannot afford it. Many are even afraid to go anywhere near the hospital. But for the health visitors to come and see us and do it right here has given our people a lot of confidence. And I think in the future they will not hesitate to be able to go to the general hospital for any check, because they'll realize that it's not as bad as they thought it would be. So once again, I want to say to Mr. Elijah and his team a very, very good thank you from the bottom of my heart for this goodness that he has brought to us.
From Nyomwa, Abigail Lissel and Kuma reports for Joy News.
The inaugural Bunuchimpim Trade Fair in Techiman has been successful, with vendors reporting unprecedented sales and establishing new partnerships. The success, which saw the urban park pulsate with the energy of the festival, has ignited a strong demand from both exhibitors and patrons to transform the event into an annual showcase of local economy. Anas Sabit has more.
We often hear about the challenges facing local businesses and artisans: high costs, competition from imports, and simply reaching the right customers. But this past week in Techiman, a different story was being written, one of record sales, new partnerships, and a community celebrating its own ingenuity. This wasn't just a market, this was a festival of commerce. The inaugural Bunuchimpim Trade Fair, part of a week-long youth festival, transformed the urban park into a vibrant hub where the line between business and celebration blurred. The mission was simple: connect local makers directly with consumers. The result, a resounding success. Exhibitors reported selling out of stock, often at prices beneficial to both buyer and seller, proving that value doesn't always have to come with a premium price tag.
Bunuchimpim Youth Festival, it's been a major program. It is an Indigenous program. This is the first edition, and for me, it's been excellent, because looking at the numbers we have around, we've been able to introduce our product to many people.
You know, a lot of people have trooped in, especially in the morning. You should have seen the numbers here. And the way everything is arranged, it gives people a clear view of what is happening here. And you know, people come to you freely and ask you questions. I think it's marvelous. It's really helping us, the business people.
And it wasn't just about immediate sales. The fair became a networking goldmine, fostering connections that will last long after the tents come down.
Some of my colleagues here, we were discussing and they were like, can we believe that people go all the way to Kumasi and Accra to patronize some of the things we have here in town? So it's really been a superb thing for us. It's good.
Yes, I'm like manager because I promote my business now. I'm one. I'm a business. Me never no so than konani. Omo hu da no. Aboa me omo hu. Obi ba. Oh. I'm managing home. Say no man AFC. No so IFC.
The success has sparked a clear demand. Do this again soon. Patrons and exhibitors alike are calling for more frequent events. One notable voice is the CEO of local online transport service Keba, Mr. Kofi Obeng.
I wish that we could do this every 6 months, if that was possible. But I think it's a yearly thing. Damila Foods, we've been a major sponsor for the Bunuchimpim Youth Festival. We are looking forward for subsequent events which will be coming.
With a venue that felt like a celebration from day one, the Bulujambim Trade Fair has done more than just boost sales. It has reignited a sense of pride in local production and demonstrated the powerful economics of direct connection.
Program no pa nyamishabu bebre Bulujambim Youth Organization for nyamishiramu.
So what's next? The organizers have a happy problem on their hands, managing the overwhelming call to make this vibrant marketplace a permanent fixture on Techiman's calendar. From the smiles of vendors to the full bags of the patrons, the message is clear. This is a model that works. Reporting for Joy News, Anas Sabit, Techiman.
A vibrant festival of native seeds is sparking a movement in Furikum near Techiman. Farmers, traditional leaders and scientists are gathering for the 2025 Indigenous Seed and Food Festival. With climate change rising and imported seed becoming costly, an alliance between local knowledge and scientific research is now taking root to safeguard Ghana's food heritage and ensure its farmers thrive. Anasabit has more.
I'm here at the Indigenous Seed and Food Festival in Furikrum, and it feels less like a fair and more like a museum of living history. But this history is not locked away. It is in these baskets, in the hands of farmers, and is being hailed as the key to our future food security. For years, the Center for Indigenous Knowledge and Organizational Development, CICOD, has championed a return to local seeds. Now in a powerful partnership with Ghana's Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, the CSIR and ABUFAP, that call is turning into a concrete action. Mr. Benjamin Guri is the Executive Director for CICOD.
The purpose is to encourage farmers, local farmers, to produce their local seeds and multiply it, store it, and then be able to shared among themselves.
Mr. Ben-Guri points to a harsh reality: expensive imported seeds that often leave farmers in debt and dependent. His call is for policies that preserve what Ghana already has.
The seeds that are being propagated now, the so-called improved seeds, or in fact GMOs, are seeds that are foreign and they are very, very expensive. Most farmers cannot afford it. And therefore, want a policy that also allows us to produce our own local seed and multiply the local seeds and share.
The scientific backing comes from the CSIR. Dr. Rashid Tete explains this festival is also a crucial rescue mission for research and for future generations who may need these robust traits.
For us as a gene bank, we use modern conservation strategies to conserve the genetic resources. So as part of our being here today, we're also going to collect what they have so that we'll add it to our collection so that in case they lose those genetic resources, they can still come back for those materials.
The blend of tradition and science received a royal blessing. The chairman of the event and chief of Furikrum, Nana Okunjaman Kesi Basashia III, connected the seed to the very soul of the community.
What we eat, as I said earlier, food, medicine, and all that. Now, if we sit down for all these things to get out of the system, how are you going to survive? So to us, it's a task for us to ensure that losing what we have, I'm talking about those in terms of affairs, Nananum and so on.
Municipal Director of Agriculture Stephen Edu emphasized that steps are being taken at the directorate level to help sensitize farmers about the need to preserve our indigenous seeds.
We have radio programs that we have within Techiman Municipal, various radio programs that we go from Monday to Friday. So we use these platforms to sensitize the general public about the preservation of seed within our locality.
And on the ground, the message is inspiring a new generation of farmers. James, an agroecology farmer, says this is the empowerment they've needed.
These foreign seeds are now taking over our indigenous seeds. So there's the need that we protect
the local small seed that we have are left. We need to protect them. That is why for me, I think that this program is a very good program. So from the festival grounds to the research lab and the Royal Palace, the consensus is clear. Securing Ghana's food future might just depend on returning to and preserving its roots. What grows from this seed of an idea could nourish the nation for generations to come. Reporting for Joy News, Anas Sabit, Forikrom.
Music, light and star power took over the Accra Sports Stadium as Guarantee Trust Bank staged the 2025 GT Music Concert. The event brought together some of Ghana and Nigeria's biggest names, blending sounds, styles and culture on stage. From the opening performance to the final act, the night delivered non-stop energy, loud sing-alongs and moment fans would not forget, as well as the celebration of African music at its finest. There's more in the following report.
The Accra Sports Stadium was transformed into a vibrant music arena as Guarantee Trust Bank hosted this year's GT Music Concert. The show featured a powerful mix of Ghanaian and Nigerian artists delivering hit songs and electrifying performances. From the very first performance, the atmosphere was electric, with fans singing along and dancing to hit songs they knew by heart. Ghana stars delivered powerful sets, showcasing homegrown talent and setting the pace for the night. Nigeria's hitmakers kept the momentum going, adding Afrobeats flavor and turning the stadium into a massive sing-along.
We could go on a vacation, have fun, baby. Take a look, real talk, now real talk, they wanna know. You never heard me, I'm walking on a
Since 1947, the matter never settled. The people that be kettle. Don't carry on. Crazy girls like when this time began. But my girlfriend, they can't be done. Again, but don't call me back, don't call me. Don't call me back, don't call me back. When you say I don't dare with another, baby, don't call me back.
For patrons, the concert was more than just music. It was an experience.
All two beats for sure, yeah.
What song of theirs?
All of them, to be honest.
Which performance has been your favorite so?
Yes, performance.
You've lost your voice. Is that how much fun you're having?
With a thrilling blend of Ghanaian and Nigerian sounds, the GT Music Concert delivered a night of excitement, connection, and unforgettable memories for everyone who attended.
What an exciting night it was for patrons. We'll take a break. We'll be back with world news. A manhunt is underway after a shooting at a tavern in South Africa left 9 people dead and another 10 injured. Police said 7 men and 2 women were killed in Bekestal near Johannesburg after about 12 unidentified gunmen arrived in 2 vehicles and opened fire at patrons. The shooting happened on Sunday, and the perpetrators continued to shoot at random as people fled the scene. Police added, South Africa has one of the highest murder rates in the world. 63 people were killed every day on an average between April and September this year, according to the police figure. Mourners in Australia fell silent on Sunday in honor of the victim of the Bondi Beach attack.
This one, the sun was setting after a gorgeous summer's day when everything changed. As thousands returned to relive those moments tonight, the brutality of it all was still hard to comprehend.
My 4-year-old son constantly asks me questions and talks about it, and the most common question he asks, why they were shooting us. Mama, why they were shooting us?
They were attacked because they were Jewish, celebrating Hanukkah, the festival of lights. A week on from when those shots rang out, this busy beach fell silent. 15 names, but so much more than that. Each had their own stories that were cut short. All had families who are now facing unimaginable grief. This is a community that's mourning, but it's also defiant.
And I should just say that if you haven't realised it yet, the terrorists have picked the wrong community to mess with, because we, the Jewish people, are unbreakable.
There were cheers for a hero of last week, Ahmed Al-Ahmed, whose father was warmly welcomed. But not everyone received that same reception.
The Prime Minister of Australia, Anthony Albanese. Excuse me. It cannot be disputed that we need a royal commission. Which goes beyond New South Wales to get to the bottom of how this catastrophe took place.
The Governor-General, Sam Mostyn, said Bondi was regaining its peace after an act of unspeakable barbarism. She also read a message of support from the King.
In the King's word, I know that the spirit of community and love that shines so brightly in Australia and the light at the heart of the Hanukkah festival will always triumph over the darkness of such evil.
Thank you, Chris, for your leadership.
There were cheers for New South Wales Premier Chris Minns, who said that while terrorism had shocked the community, it would never defeat it.
This crime has tragically highlighted a deep vein of anti-Semitic hate in our community. To excuse it as an aberration or a tragic single event is wrong. It will not do justice to the killed and wounded and will not allow us to take steps to stop it from happening again.
That'll be all for the bulletin. My name is Esther Asian Kroma. Samson is next with the law. Stay tuned.